women don't actually understand why men do semen retention, because women have a completely different understanding to the orgasm than men do. When men have orgasms, they literally lose their energy. They just ejaculate it out, goes out of them. Now they need to replenish. They need to eat X amount of food so they can create X amount of blood so that they can create X amount of semen. And that takes time, and it takes food and rest. Whereas women, when women have an orgasm, they don't release anything. They actually take in energy. When a woman has an orgasm, she draws the energy through her body upwards, and she cycles it back down. So then when she has this orgasm, she's ready to go again. She has another orgasm, she's ready to go again. Whereas a man just ejaculates it out, and then he's like, oh, I'm tired. I can't move. I don't want to do anything right now. And then the girl's like, oh my God, let's go do this and that. And the guy's just like, oh my God, like, no, I can't move. So men and women, they just have a completely different relationship with the orgasm. And when women try to do things like abstinence, where they try and say like, oh my God, yeah, I'm doing like, 100 days of abstinence. Well, women's sexual energy gets depleted every single time they have their period. They basically they shed their uterus wall, which is basically their period blood, and that is the egg. That is like the equivalent of like semen and egg. Well, their egg basically goes out of them. And so a woman every month, she goes into this state of like no energy, tired, lethargic, bloated, and then she has these cramps, which I could imagine are very, very painful and really annoying. I couldn't even imagine having cramps. But that's basically the difference between a man's and a woman's relationship with the orgasm. That's why when I had 2 girlfriends since I started doing semen retention, both of them were great girls, honestly, really, really great girls. Didn't work out between us, unfortunately. But while I was in these 2 relationships, one was in 2022 and the other one was in 2023. While I was in these relationships, I basically started doing semen retention. I was feeling really amazing benefits from it. I was feeling like, wow, I feel incredible. I have so much energy. I feel so articulate. I feel like I have so much aura. I feel like I have so much power. I feel like I can do anything. I wake up in the morning, bang, and it's not like lethargic, fatigued, getting up out of bed. It's like, boom, I'm up. Boom, I can do anything. Boom, let's go work out. Boom, let's go build a business. And I had this like crazy energy that I was always trying to use this energy that I was building up for. And then when it came to, let's say, when I was in bed with my girlfriends, they would always be like, just finish. Just finish. Why don't you just finish? And then they would say things like, it's so frustrating, like you're not finishing. And I'm sure a lot of guys go through this, like guys who have girlfriends who want to do semen retention, or they know they're just using up a lot of energy when they ejaculate with her, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. Like, look, ejaculation is not an unhealthy thing. It's a perfectly normal, natural part of life. There's a reason why it feels good, is because it probably is really good, but it's probably not good to waste it, which is what a lot of guys do. And a lot of guys don't even waste it on sleeping with their girlfriends. They waste it on watching porn. They waste it on like masturbating in a toilet. They waste it on just the dumbest things. And sometimes they waste it multiple times a day, which I just don't think that's healthy. I don't think it's healthy to compulsively do that. If you're gonna do it at all, do it with a woman. Do it with a woman who can protect your being, your person. The person that you are will care for you when you get tired. If you need, let's say, replenishment, she can take care of it. If you need anything after your drain, she can help you. If a girl's not willing to do that, like, watch out. Just like, watch out. Don't waste your seed on someone like this. If you are holding it in, and even if you do love her, but she's like, oh my God, why don't you just finish? Why don't you just finish? Because I want to see you feel good. I want to see you feel pleasure. But that's because her understanding of the orgasm is so different to yours. Your understanding is that when you ejaculate, you know that you lose energy. For her, it's like, oh my God, don't you gain energy from this? It's like, no, it's very different for a man and a woman. But why would she understand it? She's not a guy. So when it comes to these like male things, sometimes it's not great to listen to a woman about it. And sometimes vice versa, like men shouldn't give advice to women on like female problems. But basically what I'm saying is, like, if you have a girl who like basically doesn't really get why you're doing semen retention, it's normal. It's really, really normal. And sometimes, I mean, she'll not understand. Like the girlfriends that I had, like they were very, very respectful. They were very understanding of it. They weren't always like, oh my God, just finish, finish, finish. Sometimes they were, but it was usually just down to like the moment when they had finished and they were like, can you just finish? And they were like, okay, actually it's fine. Like I'll let you stay on your streak. And all of these things, they had been like, you know, it had been such a common thing and I'd always struggled to explain it, but I actually have a free school channel. Like if you guys want to check it out, I actually have a free school channel where I explain how to overcome all these things that happen in semen retention. It's called Male Focus and it's in the link in my bio just below. No, it's in the link in the description below. And basically every time I was doing this with them, I would just notice more and more that they weren't getting it. They didn't really get it. And it didn't drive a wedge in between the relationship. And that's not why we ended up breaking up. It was just something that I noticed. And I think a lot of guys might go through this when they explain it to a woman. And not only just women, like if you explain it to other guys, like I explained this to so many other guys and so many guys just took the piss out of me. They made fun of me. And I'm just like, look, like I've been in self-help for about 12 years now. Like I don't care if people don't get it because not everyone is going to be on the same level as you. Not everyone's going to be in the same sort of enthusiastic self-improvement mode as you. And not everyone's going to be as reflective as you. And you have to be used to just accepting that, just being okay with not everyone's going to get it. And you have to just stick on your own path in order for you to be different from them. If you listen to them and if you let them in and if you hear all the things they're saying, then it's going to put you in a state of like, it's going to make you feel a bit secluded. And you don't really want to feel like that. So just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Don't listen to guys or girls who just make fun of you. Like, why are you even doing this? Even though I did it, they wouldn't get it. It shows much more about them than it would about me. And I've been a group fitness coach for like 12 years now. It's like, not everyone is into fitness like you. Not everyone was into fitness like me. Not everyone was into doing the things I wanted to do. And that was fine. That was totally fine. Those that wanted to be serious, I would say, look, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm living my life. This is what I'm doing that gives me tons of energy. This is what I'm doing that changes the hell out of my aura. And it feels amazing. And I don't need to take drugs and I don't need to do anything, take any type of substances that enhance it. I literally just need to discipline myself. I just need to discipline myself, eat well, exercise well, and all those things. Those took care of more things in my life than taking any type of supplement, any type of body enhancer, anything. There was nothing that replaced just semen retention. Just don't ejaculate. Hold it in. Obviously then sleep, eat well, and exercise. These are things that I just sort of had taken care of. But then the one thing that gave me so much energy, like almost like superpower energy, to do so many different things, not only be in these relationships, but I started a business when I was 23. And then I started another one when I was 26. I think I was 26 or 27. And then I started another one when I was 28. The first one was a kombucha business. The second one was a beach paddle business where I was making like wooden beach paddles from recycled wood. And then the third one was a social media agency. It was like a small social media agency. And I did it for a year. And I had so much energy to do one thing that I was also really good at in these businesses, which was sales. I love doing sales. And all this energy that was built up, it gave me that energy to be able to do those. And it honestly gave me the confidence to even be in relationships, that I was like, okay, I can actually provide in this relationship. I can actually be like, man, I can feel good about being in this relationship. That was something so important. And I always put so much importance on that where I was living. Like, if I'm gonna make more money, I need to have more energy. And if I need to be consistent with that, I need to have a lot of energy. What can I do that's gonna give me a lot of energy? I tried many different supplements. None of them gave me consistent energy without a big crash, except semen retention. I couldn't even, that's why I feel like I'm such an avid speaker for semen retention, because it is such a powerful thing to do. I do not, however, believe that it is the end all be all of everything. Like, I do feel at some point, like, I'm not gonna just hold this in forever. In fact, like, I do streaks of, let's say, like 30 days to 20 days now, and then I'll just release on purpose, just to let it go. Just let it go and then go back to replenishing. I've done it for 100 days. I've done it for about 120 days. And it's fine. It's like you get the same energy now, or like once you've tapped into it, you realize that you don't really need to rely on that energy anymore. The best thing that you should rely on for being productive, for being focused, is your habits and the ability to change your habits, the ability to reflect on yourself, and the ability to, if something's not working, switch it up. If you feel like this is wrong, switch it up. If you feel like that person's energy isn't right, get them out of your sight. If you feel like this community that you're in is draining your energy, get out of there. If you feel like someone's disrespecting you, set a boundary. You know, all these things. And you develop this like ability to stop self-sabotaging, basically. Like stop self-sabotaging yourself and just do this one thing that is probably, I would say, one of the hardest things for men to do. Just not ejaculate, because it is also so nice to ejaculate. It's like having an orgasm is amazing, but sometimes it's a waste. Sometimes just, you don't have to. You just want to, and you need to. You have to. But that's bad, and that's something that you have to look at in your life and then say, I'm gonna change that. Like how I looked at in mine, I knew I had to change that if I wanted to build businesses, if I wanted to provide, if I wanted to make more money. I needed to have more energy so that I could do those things. And it helped significantly. It also helps now. Like nowadays, I'm running about, last month I ran 60 group fitness classes. That's almost 2 a day, every day for an entire month. And I mean, I didn't feel like I was running out of energy, but I felt charged up all the time. And I'm 31 this year. I don't have the same body I had when I was like 22, 23, but I seriously can feel like I can keep pushing myself. And maybe for some people they're like, you're still super young. I'm not 23. I was 23 when I started. I was 21 actually when I started. I don't have the same energy levels I have. I don't have the same capacity to recover, but I do have way more energy in my mind and my heart and my soul than I did when I was that age. I don't physically recover as fast, but I can feel like, wow, every day I wake up and I love life. I love life. I literally just want to do everything. I get so excited that I can even make these YouTube videos now. I used to hate making YouTube videos. Now that I've gotten like, I feel good about making them. I feel excited to make them. Every time I think like, where can I go? Today I walked into a park and it's super random, but it's raining. So that's why I'm under freaking, I'm in a little playground. I'm literally on like one of those like wooden castles that kids play in. And there's like no one around. There's like a little family over there. But I get excited to do it. And this is all literally from semen retention. This is all from it. That's why I started this male-focused school community, and it's in the link down below, because I really want to share this with other guys. I really want to teach them how they can do it. But not only do that, is I want to also teach them how to change their habits. I want to teach them how to improve their focus. I want to teach them how to quit things like porn. I want to give them the right books so that they can read about these things. And I want them to be in a community where guys are able to learn how to be vulnerable. With myself being vulnerable as the leader, I hope to help everyone sort of like change their lives, men change their lives and become better. I feel like that really excites me to do that. All this came off the foot of doing semen retention, but I'm really happy that I'm doing this. So if you guys like it, please also like and subscribe to this channel. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And just comment something, your experience with semen retention, comment something that you feel like you want to learn, that you want to improve on, something that you want to let go of, a behavior that you want to change, and a way you want to change your life. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.